Ever wonder how that little plastic disc on your ceiling actually saves lives? It's not magic, it's some pretty clever science. Smoke detectors are our unsung heroes, but most of us have no idea how they work. Today, we're going to dive into the two main types you'll find in homes: ionization and photoelectric detectors. They both sense smoke, but they do it in completely different ways, and understanding the difference could be crucial. First up, let's talk about ionization smoke detectors. These are the most common and are great at detecting fast-flaming fires, the kind that produce lots of small, invisible smoke particles. Inside one of these, you'll find a tiny, safe amount of a radioactive material, usually americium-241. Don't worry, it's perfectly harmless and sealed inside a metal chamber. This material emits alpha particles, which knock electrons off the air molecules inside the chamber. This creates a steady flow of charged particles, or ions, between two electrically charged plates. Think of it as a tiny, constant electrical current. Now, what happens when smoke enters the chamber? The smoke particles, which are much larger than the air molecules, attach to these ions. This disrupts that nice, steady flow of electricity. The detector circuit senses this drop in current and immediately knows something is wrong. That's the trigger. The alarm blares, warning you of the danger. It's a simple but incredibly effective system for picking up those rapidly developing fires. Next, we have photoelectric smoke detectors. These work on a completely different principle, using a beam of light. They are particularly good at detecting slow, smoldering fires, the kind that might start from a cigarette on a couch and produce a lot of thick, visible smoke. Inside a photoelectric detector, there's a T-shaped chamber. At one end of the T, you have an LED that shoots a straight beam of light across the chamber to the other end. In a normal, smoke-free situation, a light sensor is placed at a 90-degree angle to this beam, in the leg of the T. Since the light beam is traveling straight, it never hits the sensor, so everything stays quiet. But when smoke from a smoldering fire enters the chamber, the larger smoke particles scatter the light beam in all directions. It's like dust particles dancing in a sunbeam. Some of this scattered light is deflected down the leg of the T and hits that light sensor. The moment the sensor detects the light, it triggers the alarm. It's a bit like a tiny laser security system, but instead of catching a burglar, it's catching deadly smoke. So, which one is better? The truth is, you really need both. Since ionization detectors are best for flaming fires and photoelectric detectors are best for smoldering fires, a fire can start in either way. That's why many experts in fire departments now recommend using dual-sensor smoke alarms, which contain both an ionization and a photoelectric sensor in a single unit. This gives you the best of both worlds and the most comprehensive protection. Alternatively, you can install one of each type in different areas of your home. So, the next time you glance at that smoke detector, you'll know the fascinating science packed inside it. It's not just a noisemaker, it's a sophisticated life-saving device constantly on watch. Make sure you test your alarms every month and replace the batteries regularly. It's a small task that makes a huge difference. Thanks for watching, and if you found this interesting, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into everyday technology. Stay safe.